When you talk about our season and where we're going, obviously we open up the season against a really good opponent at our place, West Virginia, 7:30 national television. So to open the season with that type of opponent is exciting and has our team motivated. When you talk about question marks leading into the season, to me, every year when we come to this, that's kind of how I look at our season, is based on question marks. And I think we probably have less question marks this year than we have in previous seasons. Last year coming into the season, I felt like we had better depth than we had probably since COVID. We were back to more of a healthy roster that we're used to. And now I think we're in a position to give us the best chance to compete in our conference as well as nationally. Just less question marks across the board. You look at us on the defensive side of the ball, I think we got a chance to be better up front with our defensive line. We are bigger. We are more athletic. We are physical. I think we have a legitimate three deep across the board. Linebacker was a big question mark coming into the season. A lot of unproven players. That is not the case anymore. Feel like we have a veteran linebacker unit that's experienced and ready to play. Obviously, the one question mark we have is in the secondary. When you lose a guy like Joey Porter and you lose a guy like Tig, who are tremendous players for us, that's probably the one area of question marks. But we played a ton of players in the secondary with experience, talent, and depth. So I think we're going to be in a good position there. On the offensive side of the ball, again, it starts up front. When you get a guy like Olu Fashanu who decides to come back and graduate from Penn State, highest GPA on our team, and obviously a guy that was being projected as a high-round draft choice, leading the way. When I got to Penn State, we were in a much different position. I think we only had 5 scholarship offensive linemen in the program, so we're just in a much different position now. Our depth and our talent is right where we need it to be. The experience that we got at the running back position last year and the production was impressive. We need to build on that. Tight end, I think our tight end room will be as good as it's been. Wide receiver, just like the secondary, is a question mark, trying to figure out who our third wide receiver is going to be in that rotation. But I think we got a number of young people will step up and compete for that job. And then everybody wants to talk about quarterback. We're still in a competition phase. Obviously, there's a lot of people talking about Drew and what he brings to the table. He was able to get a ton of experience last year, played in, I think, 10 games. So I understand, why the excitement is there. 6'5", 242 pounds, can make all the throws. But Bo Prabula is a guy that everybody in our program has a ton of respect for as well. So that's going to be an interesting competition, throughout the entire camp. And then specialists, we have some competition going on there with some, 3 departures in our kicker, punter, and snapper position. So there's some question marks there as well that we got to get resolved. So appreciate the opportunity to be here. More than happy to open and answer questions, but excited about our opportunity here this year with Penn State.